Madam President.
Senator from Utah.
Madam President, on November 3rd, 2018, this country lost a true American hero, Major Brent Taylor of Ogden, Utah, who gave the ultimate sacrifice while deployed in Afghanistan. And as North Ogden's mayor, Major Taylor died as he lived, going above and beyond the call of duty to his country, to his state, and his family. Major Taylor, who's pictured here with his family, began his military service in 2003, following the attacks of September 11th. He joined the Army National Guard just 3 days after becoming engaged to his wife, Jenny. During his time in the National Guard, Major Taylor distinguished himself in multiple specialties, including intelligence and military police. In 2006, he received a commission as a second lieutenant from the Brigham Young University ROTC while graduating as a member of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars. Major Taylor was continuously ready to take up the call to arms and deployed 4 times on missions to Iraq and to Afghanistan. He held a variety of roles in those deployments, including platoon leader, combat advisor, and chief of staff to the Special Operations Advisory Group. Throughout his distinguished tours of service, he also received several awards for courage and for leadership, including a Bronze Star in honor of his ability to calmly and safely lead those he was assigned to lead through multiple miles of treacherous territory, and a Purple Heart for the wounds he received during an explosive attack on his vehicle. But his love of his country and his state was also very evident, perhaps most evident, beyond the circumstance in which he wore the uniform. Major Taylor gave his time and his energy to his community, serving tirelessly as a member of the North Ogden City Council from 2010 to 2013, and then as the mayor of North Ogden after being elected to that post in 2013. He was known for being a hands-on leader and someone who was attentive to and constantly beloved by every member of his community. After being re-elected as the mayor of North Ogden in 2017, Major Taylor took a leave of absence from the mayor's office and headed back to the battlefield, deploying once again to Afghanistan. When he announced his leave of absence to the people of North Ogden, he told them that he felt called to serve his country and that service is what leadership is all about. And Major Taylor faithfully served his church and his family, too. He had a deep love of God and of his church. He was a devoted husband to Jenny and a loving father to their 7 children, pictured here: Megan, Lincoln, Alex, Jacob, Ellie, Jonathan, and Caroline. Following his tragic passing in an attack on November 3rd of this last year, Major Abdul Rahmani, an Afghani pilot with whom Major Taylor worked, sent a letter to Major Taylor's wife, Jenny, describing the great impact Major Taylor had had on his life. He said, quote, "Your husband taught me to love my wife as an equal and treat my children as treasured gifts, to be a better father, to be a better husband, and to be a better man," close quote. And further, he said that Major Taylor, quote, "died on our soil, but he died for the success of freedom and democracy in both our countries." In every aspect of his life, Major Taylor was a shining example of patriotism, of sacrifice, and of service. It's only right that we honor his extraordinary life. And to that end, it would only be a fitting tribute to rename the Ogden Veterans Center in Utah as the Major Brent Taylor Vet Center Outstation. Today, Jenny Taylor is joining Congressman Rob Bishop as his honored guest for the State of the Union address tonight, to honor Major Taylor's life and to honor his great legacy, the legacy that he leaves behind to his family, to his community, and to all who knew him and served with him. I urge my colleagues to pass legislation commemorating that. And with that in mind, to that end, Madam President, I ask unanimous consent that the Committee on Veterans Affairs be discharged from further consideration of S-49 and that the Senate proceed to its immediate consideration.
Clerk will report.